These days, if you want a large family car, the SUV has become the default choice, but in a lot of cases, an MPV could make a lot more sense. Something a bit like this, the Mercedes VLE. In time, the VLE will replace both the Mercedes V-Class and the electric EQV, both of which are renowned for sort of luxury airport runs and also for ferrying celebrities around.
Mercedes has essentially had the VIP shuttle service to itself in Europe for the past decade, but that's changing with a number of Japanese and new Chinese brands now selling or soon about to sell their premium MPVs here. This includes the Lexus LM and the forthcoming Denza D9. So Mercedes has been back to the drawing board to come up with an entirely new MPV. Rather than switching the VLE onto one of its car platforms, Mercedes has stuck with van-based underpinnings for its new MPV, albeit it's a new in-house scalable van platform which will feature on Mercedes' next-generation commercial vehicles such as the Vito and Sprinter.
While Mercedes claims the VLE is a big improvement to drive, where you actually want to be is sat in the back. So if I jump inside the VLE, and this is one of the fanciest models available, you will see it has one very clever party trick. Hey Mercedes, turn on cinema mode.
Even though the VLE isn't the first car to get this feature, in this headlining hides a 31-inch 8K cinema screen and it enables a split screen function.
Meaning that on the left, someone could watch a film, and then the person on the right, they could take part in a video call thanks to this inbuilt camera. Much of the rear seat features in the VLE are controlled by this little remote. So if I scroll down here and go into apps, and then go into video. Through this, we're able to select from a whole range of films. Depending on which version you go for, the VLE is available with between 5 and 8 seats. You can have it in a 3 seats at the back, 3 seats in the middle, 2 at the front, or 2, 2, 3, or even 2 plus 2 plus 2. But if you go for this model with the Grand Comfort seats, it's available with the second row that's electronically adjustable using this remote. But the driver still gets plenty of features too in the VLE. For example, it introduces the 40-inch MBUX superscreen system seen in other models such as the CLE and even the EQS. So there's a digital instrument cluster here, a main touchscreen, and also a separate screen for the passenger.
The VLE is the first Mercedes van to be equipped with rear axle or four-wheel steering. These rear wheels can turn by 7 degrees, giving this large MPV the same turning circle as a Volkswagen Golf. Though air suspension was available on the previous V-Class, Mercedes has developed a new setup for the VLE, with 40mm of adjustment to try and make sure that it's a lot more comfortable than a typical van-based MPV. Mercedes has chosen the name VLE as it wants to try and separate what it calls grand limousines from the van-based taxis it sells, such as the current Vito. It will establish the VL name as a separate sub-brand with an even more upmarket VLS model in the pipeline.
In terms of styling, it's quite different to the outgoing V-Class, which reflects that it's an all-new platform. For example, it's got this massive grille, as we've seen on other Mercedes models, such as the new GLC EV. It's illuminated here, as well as these 3-pointed daytime running lights, as we've seen also on the GLC EV. As I walk around the side of this car, van, I don't really know what you want to call it, it's got this sleeker window line, whereas the V-Class was always quite boxy. One neat detail is also these massive mono-block alloy wheels, and also, if we move right to the back of the car, gets these wraparound LED running lights. So versions with engines will follow. Initially, the VLE launches purely as an electric model with this VLE 300. It packs a huge 115 kilowatt-hour battery, giving it a claimed range of 435 miles, almost double that of the outgoing EQV. Further versions of the VLE will follow in 2027, such as with the VLE 250, which gets an 80 kilowatt-hour battery, as well as a four-wheel drive VLE 400, which will get more than 400 horsepower.
The VLE's charging performance will also set it apart. Thanks to an 800-volt architecture, it's able to rapid charge at speeds of up to 315 kilowatts, meaning a 10 to 80% charge can take place in just 25 minutes.
Mercedes hasn't announced full prices and specifications yet for the VLE, but we know it'll arrive in the UK towards the end of 2026, and it won't be cheap. Based on the outgoing EQV, it could cost somewhere in the region of £90,000. But then again, you've seen the tech, the range, it's quite an impressive package. But what do you think? Could this be the future of the family car? Let us know in the comments.